Motorweek.com. Your host for Motorweek, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to Motorweek. We're glad to have you with us. There are few cars as famous as the Ford Mustang driven by Steve McQueen in the 1968 film Bullitt. That car became such an enduring automotive icon that Ford honored it by releasing a limited edition Bullitt Mustang in 2001. It was a huge hit. So now Ford is producing a sequel. This '08 Bullitt combines vintage style and modern performance in a package that's truly worthy of the Bullitt name. Few variations of a car already known for its passionate fans has excited muscle car fanciers like the 2008 Ford Mustang Bullitt. But then this second incarnation of Ford's limited edition Bullitt replica is a lot closer to the original than the round we tested in 2001. While that Bullitt was a flashy and very modern interpretation of Steve McQueen's movie Hot Rod, the 2008 Bullitt boasts a more stripped-down, back-to-basics character. The retro lines of the current Mustang are as close to the 1968 model as you can get without hand-beaten bodywork. And rather than tart it up, Ford designers followed a minimalist route, deleting trite touches like a rear spoiler and even the Mustang badge in the grille, which is now a simple, flat black honeycomb mouth. The 5-spoke Euroflange alloy wheels with a dark gray finish extended to the brake calipers mimic those of the original movie car, but their modern 18-inch diameter allows the fitting of ZR-rated 235/50 performance tires. Paint choices are limited to Steve McQueen green or optional black. Bullitt badges appear on the faux tail-end gas cap, door sills, and on the thick-rim steering wheel borrowed from the current Shelby GT500. But the flashiest trim is the engine-turned finish alloy panel that dominates the dash. Despite bright highlights, the cabin has a stark, down-to-business, leather-trimmed atmosphere that's very 1960s, yet with 21st century amenities like Ford Shaker 500 or optional Shaker 1000 audio systems. But the real music comes from a packed and tuned stainless steel dual exhaust, which pumps out the greenhouse gases from Ford's 4.6-liter single-cam 24-valve V8. Horsepower increases by 15 to 315 and torque by 5 pound-feet to 325 over the stock GT. You can thank the Ford Racing Design cold air intake and recalibrated engine computer for that. The gearbox also gets an upgrade to a heavy-duty Tremec 5-speed controlled by a Bullitt-exclusive shifter with a polished aluminum ball, while the live axle rear gets 373 gearing to help launch the Bullitt like a bullet, which on our clock means 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, 0.2 faster than the first-generation Bullitt. But things even out by the end of the quarter mile with a final time of 13.7 seconds at 104 miles per hour. The new rear end helps the new Bullitt launch harder, while the retuned V8 with its slightly higher 6,500 RPM redline revs faster through the gears, which means a driver has to be quick on the shifter, a task made easier by its tight, sharp feel. The clutch also delivers plenty of feel with smooth, progressive action. It is heavy, however, a bit too heavy for regular use in stop-and-go traffic. But rather than the traffic on the hills of San Francisco, our all-out driving environment was the flats of Georgia's Roebling Road Raceway, a perfect set of curves to put the Bullitt's modified suspension to the test. Firmer shocks and struts plus a front strut tower brace for extra stiffness give the Bullitt a feel that is tighter and better balanced than the '01 Bullitt and the current GT. Steering feel is dead on even with moderate body roll. That roll had little effect on lap times as the Bullitt's generous feedback and very progressive power delivery allowed us to hustle the corners at a healthy pace. Braking feel and distances, a best of 128 feet from 60, were acceptable but not exceptional, despite the addition of exclusive front pads and rear pads borrowed from the GT500. On open roads, the Bullitt's solid suspension was easily tight enough for brisk runs along back roads, but not harsh enough to hammer you over potholes and on long treks. Just don't leave too many miles between gas ups, as the thirsty Bullitt earns government fuel economy ratings of only 15 city, 23 highway on premium grade. And storms out of showrooms for $31,075, which parks it squarely between a loaded Mustang GT and the Shelby GT500. But you'll have an easier time getting the GT since Ford is releasing only 7,700 copies of the Bullitt for all of North America in 2008. So the 1960s coolest movie star car rolls on in style. 40 years after the original, the 2008 Ford Mustang Bullitt proves that great automotive icons, just like great films, can live on forever. Coming up, smart leasing. Every day, our top tech Pat